I know everyone here today came to fight for the values that each of us believe in, and Sylvia touched on it. Limited government, personal responsibility, lower taxes, and the importance of family and community. They are your values, they're my values, and importantly, they are National Party values. And we are the party that backs Kiwis getting up for early morning shifts at the milking shed. We're the party for the mums and dads on the school run. We're the party for the next generation, for a world-leading education and the best possible start in life, even if your teenager may grizzle a bit about losing their mobile phone in class. But we're the party that backs all Kiwis who are willing to put in some effort, the seasoned business owner and the teenager applying for their first job. So in the weeks ahead, as we start to lay out our party platform and policies for this year's election, you can expect to see on full display our party values. Policies that don't shy away from the tough decisions but empower Kiwis to get ahead. And the message we need to get out to all New Zealanders over the next 6 months is pretty simple. If you want a stronger economy and a government focused on helping you get ahead, then it's quite easy. Party, vote, National. If you want lower taxes and you want balanced books and a smaller government, party, vote, National. If you want a more secure New Zealand with a government that cracks down on criminals and builds the defence forces we need for a modern world, then you've got to party, vote, National. And if you want real results in our schools and our hospitals and a government that achieves more with every single dollar, then it's pretty simple. Party, vote, National. Get in the hang of it, team. And if you want a government that will actually take responsible but tough decisions and stay focused on the issues that matter to you, that's right. What do we got to do? Party, vote, National. Exactly. And I remember addressing this very event in 2023 and saying that it was on every single one of us to ensure that National won the election. The country needed us, so every bit mattered. Every door knocked, every leaflet delivered, every chat with a neighbour over the back fence. And I've got to say, you got out and you delivered. And I know that our team in Parliament have spent every moment of the last 2.5 years driving change to repay the faith that you showed us. I just want to take a few examples. Look at Nicola Willis, getting the books in order so that we can deliver smaller government and reduce the pressure on inflation. Nicola has taken a razor to wasteful spending, including taking out $1 billion on Wellington consultants and contractors. We've delivered tax cuts for hard-working Kiwis for the first time in 14 years, saving 1.9 million households $60 a week, as well as that's right. As well as the Family Boost childcare tax credit, which is now worth up to $120 per week. And we've helped increase New Zealand super for a married couple by $180 a fortnight since the election. And we know it's tough for Kiwis as we all deal with crisis after crisis. But that's why it's so important, more important than ever before, to have responsible economic management. Being able to withstand international shocks depends on the size of the economic buffers that we have. And National is rebuilding those buffers to restore our financial security, which in turn creates a stronger and more secure New Zealand in a more volatile world. Just look at Paul Goldsmith and Mark Mitchell, cracking down on criminals to restore law and order in our communities. Yep. It's funny how folk forget quite quickly, but 3 years ago, ram raids dominated the nightly news. Some of you will remember it well, right? Dairy owners were sleeping overnight behind their counters. Gangs were acting with impunity, brazenly wearing their patches in public and intimidating whole neighbourhoods and communities. And the previous government's answer was quite simple. Fewer people in prison, fewer consequences for crime, and more excuses for offenders. And the result was super predictable. Violent crime surged, retail crime exploded, and ordinary Kiwis paid the price. And that era is ending because Paul Goldsmith and Mark Mitchell are restoring law and order by doing what we should have always have done, backing our police, standing up for the victims, and making it clear that crime has real consequences. And so this government has banned gang patches in public. We've given police stronger powers and put more officers out there on the beat. We've restored 3 strikes for the worst repeat offenders. We have capped sentence discounts so those judges can no longer slash penalties. And we've introduced tougher tools like move-on orders to clean up Queen Street and reclaim our central cities. And wouldn't you know it, when you stop making excuses for criminals and you start enforcing the law, it works. Serious violent crime is now falling fast. We have 49,000 fewer victims than when this government came into office. Youth offending is down 22%. Gang intimidation is being rolled back. And remember those daily ram raids that I talked about earlier? Well, ram raids are down an incredible 85%. Yeah. Now, they're just not abstract statistics. They are actually fewer smash shop fronts, they are fewer traumatised Kiwis, and they are fewer families now living in fear. Restoring consequences for crime is not about just being tough for the sake of it. It's about backing the police who put themselves in harm's way and standing on the side of victims, not offenders. It's about building a safer New Zealand to support greater social cohesion, which in turn creates a stronger and more secure New Zealand. So when I say you can expect to see our party values on full display in our election policies, don't take that as a vague promise with no plan. Take that as a commitment of an experienced and common sense team that knows how to get things done. A team that is again coming to you to say, we need your help. We need you because New Zealand needs us. And our country needs National to keep going, fixing the basics and building out the future.